Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Morrowind. Well, last time, we began the third trial of the Nerevarine, tracking down the Moon and Star Ring. Unfortunately, like most of the Nerevarine business, it's not quite that simple. To find the ring, I need to find the Cavern of the Incarnate, and to find that, I need to solve a riddle. And all I can really get out of it personally is, the entrance may or may not be underwater. So, okay. If I want answers, I need to speak to the wise women of each of the Ashlander tribes. And luckily, I know where the other camps are, so Zainab, yeah, we've literally already visited those guys. The other two, they're a bit more of a mystery. Know the location, but I've not really said hi to them so far, so, okay. Sounds like my main task today is moseying up the East Coast to say hi to these guys. Though before I do that, yes, I can't help but notice there's one other small pressing matter to take care of first, which is basically, yes, I'm carrying around too much junk, and we need to sort that out fairly urgently, actually. So okay, step one, crack out my new amazing gauntlets. Seriously, I love my Daedric gauntlets, they're magnificent. Just use them to recall back to Balmora. Some stuff we can flog at the stores, but honestly, anything that's got, you know, a special unique name, that gets capped, damn it. I'm gonna say capped. Seriously, Galbadir, I promise I am moving out any day now. In fact, I'm starting to wonder whether I just, like, missed an alert in my journal that my Doom Fortress is done, because I swear it's been, like, a week or so since they told me it was going to take a week. Anyway, that's looking much better. 100 spare weight capacity. Lovely. So yeah, I think the best way to proceed from here is looping around the coast, because step one, I've got a tiny bit of business to turn in around Vivek. I've already killed the more difficult to find person, and I've got a magic belt to turn into the Guildmaster, so, okay. That means there's only one target remaining, and that's the guy who is right under Vivek itself, in the Hlalu Canton, so, may as well go deal with him. Sounds like, yes, it's just, you know, one guy and a whole bunch of thugs. So, here we go, bright new day back at Vivek, and, if I'm remembering right, yeah, Hlalu Canton, that's the one over on the right over here, I think. And what we're looking for is the Ancestral Vaults, which is, yeah, available from the Canal Works, apparently. So, okay, mosey up the ramp, starting the Waste Works. Canal Works should be down from there, so hang on, that's the Treasury. I'm pretty sure we already robbed those guys. I'm sure we did that at some point or another. So, okay, down to the Canal Works. I might need to go in the other side. That's down to Underworks, so, okay, hang on. We got ourselves, there we go, Ancestral Vaults, spot on. And by the sounds of it, yes, somebody might be using this place as, you know, a bit of a bandit's hideout or whatnot, because, oh dear. That's a good sign that, yes, people have been passing through, and on top of that, they've been littering, which is downright bloody disrespectful to these corpses, I would say. So, alright. Mosey in this direction. There's got to be someone around here somewhere. Hello there! You appear to be attacking me, so fair enough. We'll just start, you know, sucking the life out of you, and love Absorb Health. Absorb Health is hilarious. Like, okay, fine, he's doing a damage to me. But actually, as it turns out, no he isn't. To be honest, he's just eventually dying. There wasn't being attacked, yeah. Take off the Ring of Finaster. Put on Ring of the Wind for maximum evasion. So now, yeah, these guys just can't really touch me at all. And also I've got a tiny amount of passive health regen as well, thanks to the Necromancer's Amulet, which is also hilarious. So, right, just suck the life out of you. I think possibly that was my target, by the way. So, right, you're also just trying to shoot me right now. It's not going desperately well for you, as it turns out. So, actually, you know what? I will give you. You are doing a better job than some of your compatriots were. Well done. Right, so there was the guy. Honestly, I was expecting it to be this guy. He seemed to be, you know, better dressed and whatnot in terms of armor. But okay, it was you, and you had a spark blade, which is why I was taking a tiny amount of shock damage, but really, not very much at all. Beyond that, nothing much here aside from, yeah, Clear evidence they turned this tomb into a base, and I've got to imagine that's considered, you know, not okay in terms of local Vardenfell religious traditions and whatnot. So really, I'm the good guy here. Right, that's done. Just a mosey over to the arena. 2 cantons in that direction. Because, you see, Guildmaster, I have got some good news for you. Here is the flipping bout, magnificent. Though hilariously, yes, to turn in a writ, I need to remember what the name of the target is, because previous targets I've already turned in, they're also still present here at the site. I am pretty confident Mathin Bemis is one of the people I killed recently. Good! 1,000 gold, job done, though, okay, he didn't say you have done this honourably, suggesting I didn't do it like, you know, all polite and precise and whatnot. Couple of extra people may have gone down at the same time, yes. Brunozu, that's who it bloody was. I'd forgotten the name of the first person. Sorry about that. Yes, second person also dead. Marvellous. So, that gets me promoted to brother, so... no, seriously, like, my previous rank was thinker. Now I've been promoted to brother. The rank names in this faction are really bloody random. Oh, and I get 2 promotions, because yes, I turned in multiple things there, so... right, it goes thinker, brother, then Noah. No, seriously, how the hell did you come up with this nonsense? When I'm running this guild, we're changing this, because this makes no cocking sense. Oh, and this is embarrassing. There's, 2 more writs available. And I'm pretty sure I know who those people are. Because I've already killed them. That was the 2, yes, weird murderers downstairs in the Drem plantation. And I took them out already, so... I'm guessing you're not fond of that, because I didn't do it, like, honourably, or with a proper writ in place, so I suspect I'm about to get yelled at. I can see no reason why you would have already murdered these men. The Morag Tong are honourable assassins, not common thugs. Still, by law and tradition, I must give you credit for the writ, so, okay. He's willing to give me credit, but I think possibly, yes, he just refused to pay me. Oh, and here's exciting. We've possibly run out of writs from the Guildmaster. Though when I asked after advancement, okay. He said, honourably execute writs, I can't, there are none, and practice your skills. Suggesting a right, we may have run into, yes, a skill problem here. Oh yeah, Morag Tonga wants a skill at 70 before they'll promote me further. And these skills are really not my thing. In fact, yeah, the only one I've got that's even remotely good is acrobatics. Currently at 67, so... okay, basically, yes, jump everywhere. When we're going up and down the East Coast, that'll rise up in no time at all. And okay, there's no writs, but there are still special duties. So a member of the Dark Brotherhood wants to join the Morag Tong. So okay, I need to go and speak to Movis Darius. I feel like that name rings a bell. Do I know that guy? And okay, in the Mages Guild at Aldrune, so I've almost certainly spoken to this individual already. And so when you say, oh, posing as a student, is that the guy who's claiming he's trying to learn to read? Because I like that guy was a star. So, speak with him. If you can't convince him to join the cause, end his life. So, I mean, I thought the entire point was he wanted to join, though, oh. No, you want him to join. He's a candidate you've picked out, so either he says yes, or we kill him. Fair enough, I suppose. Sorry, got that the wrong way round for a second, my friends. Okay, no rush to do that, however, because, yeah, we'll be popping back to Aldrune at some point when I get some scrap for the, yes, Thieves Guild floating around in that bit of the world. So, okay, no need to be worrying about that for now. Let's mosey on our way. Because next on the list, we're sailing around the coast to Sadrith Mora, which would be a good launching off point to go and visit Camp Number 1. And also checking as to whether possibly my Ultimate Doom base actually finished several weeks ago or something. And while I'm passing by that camp, do not forget, I was told by the Imperial Legion to go and rescue someone who is kidnapped by, yes, outcast Ashlanders from this camp. So start asking questions there, see if we can track this guy down at the same time. And you know what? While I'm passing by Sadrith Mora, I seem to recall, yes, this was one of the locations that was flagged to me by the Thieves Guild. As you know, another group that I could come and speak to. Because I was under the impression that, yes, these people might be Thieves Guild. in the hole in the wall. But it turns out, no, hang on. Tell me about Big Helende. Big Helende over at Dirty Muriel's, that's who we need to speak to. And I believe that's, yeah, this building over here, right by Wolverine Hall. Naturally because, yeah, the Thieves Guild is pretty closely aligned with the Empire, so it makes sense they would be, you know, nestled up right here next to the big Imperial Fortress. And there we go, Big Helende right upstairs, so, we're ready for advancement, by the way. Absolutely not, and also, yes, just like the Morag Tong, sooner or later, you're gonna need my acrobatics to be higher, aren't you? Still, bare minimum, they are willing to train me, which is nice. Including in acrobatics, though I suspect, yes, I'm already too good to get training from anything but really super mega elite trainers, and I've met like a couple of them, but not that many yet. Still, I'll happily take some security training because, yeah, that's just an easy way of increasing intelligence. Right, 8 ranks in that should do just fine. Big Helende, let's talk about what I can do for you. We've been hired to fetch you to spell potion recipe. When you say fetch, I feel like you don't actually mean fetch. You mean steal. For some reason, you're being very coy. So, okay. We don't usually do business with the Mages Guild, but someone wants a recipe for a potion of Dispel Magic. Everyone says the best alchemist in town is Anis Seloth. You might want to start looking for the recipe there. When you find it, deliver it straight to this chappie over at Wolverine Hall. So, okay. A fairly complicated mission for literally the first one. Then I suppose we are in Sadrith Mora, so it makes sense that, yeah, these aren't going to be Baby's first mission, for the simple reason you don't start in Sadrith Mora. Before you get here, you've presumably already got a tiny bit of experience under your belt. Oh, and when she says, yes, business with the Mages Guild, etc., etc. Right, I'm walking into a Mages Guild versus House Telvanni conflict here. Someone from the Mages Guild wants me to steal a recipe from someone in House Telvanni, so, okay. Try not to get caught. This is not a conflict I want to be in the middle of. Still, that should make things nice and simple. Just need to find, yes, Anis's house and whatnot. Although, John, don't be an idiot and just go door to door. Obviously, this is a person who's very good at making potions. First place to check would be, yeah, the potion store over here. There we go, Anis Seloth, alchemist. So, you know, have a poke in here, though. Oh dear. Right. Guard. But if we just go upstairs, try and get hidden, check inside the desk and whatnot, and okay. Unfortunately not, though there is a good quality skooma pipe here. Never mind, the one I got off Kais is already good quality, so don't worry, we don't need to steal that. Okay, so it's not hidden upstairs, we can't just grab it that way. Suggesting, okay, Anis, let's have a nice chat about, you know, whether maybe, just maybe, I could straight up buy this recipe. And it does not appear so, though I could actually buy, okay, some scrap. Was it 4 or 5 I needed? I can't remember, I'll take all 5 just in case, because honestly that barely costs anything. And here we go, potion recipe. We can ask about that, so wouldn't give out my recipes to anyone, no matter who they were. And I think she means it because, yes, she's already at 93 out of 100 with me. Like, normally that's high enough to make anything happen. Okay, so this one's going to be a tiny bit more complicated because there's a wooden chest there. There's all sorts of chests around here. Bloody hell, this might be a bit complicated. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take advantage of, yes, the power that Caius left me with. Activate Amulet of Shadows and activate Caius's Black Pants. Beautiful. And now we just sneak downstairs and crack open all of her chests. Because, yeah, if I've got this right, basically, I should now be completely undetectable. She shouldn't be able to spot me. Let's just crack that open. Move you in that direction and... Right, well, that's no bloody good at all. Okay, hang on, just very quickly move over to all the rest of this. Just crack you open, crack you open, crack you open. Alterations moving in the right direction too. Then, no, not him, don't open him, don't open the man, open the chest. Okay, just need to flipping check all of these and... Okay. Well, in that case, where's the bloody recipe? Okay, so, slightly embarrassing thing here, as it turns out, which is, I went back upstairs, where I have been previously, and, turns out, she was hiding the formula in this crate right here. So, as a result of that, it wasn't downstairs in any of the guarded chests whatsoever, so... Okay, was slightly overcomplicating that for myself, but what I'm going to do is I'm only going to take a one, okay, you can keep the other one. And then she did say deliver it straight to the Mages Guild, so, there we go, it was you, wasn't it? This recipe will do nicely, now leave me to my studies, so, okay, nice simple one to kick us off here, though, yeah, definitely feels like, shops in this bit of the world are a little bit better guarded than ones I've been dealing with previously. Oh, and while I was just, you know, visiting the bar, saying hello to the locals, etc., I found this guy here, who was selling some very powerful spells, it must be said, given, yeah, he was selling incredibly powerful destruction magic. Just out of interest, I went to see whether, you know, he might be able to train me in destruction, and he can. He could take my destruction all the way up to bloody 80, suggesting, okay, you, sir, might be an incredibly powerful trainer. And mysticism up to 45 as well, so, right, remember you're here, you might be useful down the line. Though what I really need is, yes, a master acrobatics trainer, though, I mean, if there was one place I might be able to find that, it would logically be right here, so, you, sir, are you about to, you know, wow me? No, as it turns out, you're cogging useless. Dear oh flipping dear. Still, I will take light armor training. I definitely need light armor training, because yes, I wear a fair bit of light armor. Or at least 2 pieces, bare minimum, because, yeah, my armor is an absolute mishmash. I do not stick to one kind. Still, 500 gold from Big Kalende for that job being done. Beautiful. And okay, no advancement just yet, and... Grandmaster's retort. Okay, I've got one of them, but you're not having mine, okay? Though actually on this occasion I think I did remember to leave it back at Balmora. So Berwin the trader in Tel Mora is selling one, but I could just steal it. And it's not just that one, anyone would do. So okay. And that sounds like, yes, a very good thing to do while we're moseying over towards the mainlands. Oh, Tel Mora's like way up there. Sorry, I thought Tel Mora was over here. That's Teleroon, isn't it? So... okay, don't worry about that, we'll get to that later. In fact, when I say later, why later? Why not just now? After all, you do need to go up here anyway, so, you know what, sure, we'll mosey in that direction immediately. Because, yeah, there's 2 camps I need to go and say hi to in that bit of the world anyway. So, straight up to Tel Mora, if you would be so kind, my friends. And we're looking for, yes, Berwin the Trader. Though Tel Mora is not that big, it will not take long to, yes, just mosey around the town and find my target. Especially given, presumably, his shop will logically have a sign outside it, so it can be found nice and easy. Here we go, Berwin, Trader, right here. So, okay, mosey inside, selling what we're after.
Hello.
Okay, on this occasion, yes. I do need to do that thing I was previously talking about and go invisible to steal this, though, now I think about it, possibly I don't, because, oh, I remember you! You're the person who I just the zombie trapped upstairs! Okay, step 1, is there any chance that, yes, you like me enough as a result of that, you'd be willing to just give me the McGibble? And no, I can't even suggest that to her. And it is properly pricey, so, okay, before we go invisible... there is one other solution as well, which is, she's the only person in here. And people don't actually seem to mind being hit with, yes, command spells. So what we're going to do is just take away your free will for a second, and say that you are going to follow me. Berwin? Berwin, I said you're following me. Possibly she can't do stairs, I'm not sure. Berwin, seriously. You are going to be following me at this point, though. Actually, can I lead her literally out of her store? Was she... oh, she's out of her store now! Okay. But now she's not following me again, due to possibly too many stairs between me and her. So, okay. Lead her outside. wait an hour to make sure that's worn off, and then... Okay, then you sort of move around a bit. Go back in. Okay, possibly the 30 seconds is distinct from in-game time. I'm not sure. Okay, just continue trying to control her. Step outside. She'll definitely follow in that regard, and... Okay, command humanoid is confusing, as it turns out. Okay, on this occasion, she's following me way out of her store, so what we want to do, really, is, yeah, get her nice enough far away from her store, and ideally, into a location she's going to struggle to get back to her store from. So, yeah, even it's like, I don't know, jump in the ocean, say. Will you follow me into the ocean? She is willing to follow me into the ocean. So, okay. Now she's in the ocean. She's still following me, which is fascinating. So, could I maybe, like, okay, leading her into, like, vicious animals is... Never mind. Okay, the fish are already attacking her. So, okay, she'll probably survive. That's fine. So, we're just going to... Yes, well, she's taking care of that, which I'm sure she can do, and won't be a problem in the slightest. Okay, she's not coming back. That's fine. Okay, John, this was maybe excessive for a theft. You should have just done the invisibility thing. The invisibility thing was fine. So, okay, now we just grab that. She's not here anymore. I'm going to go and rescue her at this point, if she's, like, not dead. Oh, she's not dead. She's not dead yet. This is good. So take out fish number 1. She took out fish number 2. So, okay. Now I think, yes, the spell's worn off. And she's just swimming there. She's not trying to, like, reset her store, so... I think possibly she just lives there now. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I feel bad about leaving her in the ocean. But, I feel like I'm not gonna be able to get her back to her store. Because there's lots of ledges, steps, etc, etc. So, here's what we're gonna do as a compromise. I'm going to enchant you to follow me once again, and presumably... I think she is coming this way, just very slowly, because, you know, it's swimming, and swimming is slow, unless you're me, because I'm just, you know, very bloody fast these days. Even for me, swimming's a bit on the slow side, so... She's being attacked by another fish, isn't she? Bloody hell, every cocking time. We'll toss some hurry up, you slow bastard, on her as well. That should speed up the swimming. There we go, she's made over the water. So now we just bring her around the corner. Okay, she's now frozen. But what I was trying to do was lead her to, yes, either Vos or Telvos, which would have just been her new home. But instead she's just sort of frozen here, standing nearby to the dock, so... Okay, this is your home now. Enjoy this beach, because apparently this is going to be where you are for the rest of your life. And hilariously, because she's no longer in her store, she doesn't appear to be able to access her store inventory. All she's got to sell now is Dwemer coins, which presumably means she's got those on her person. Probably because I sold them to her at some point. So, okay, that's actually a really cool touch. That if you lead a shopkeeper away from their shop, they can't buy and sell from their store's inventory anymore. Anyway, let's not worry about you, Berwin. You just, as I say, enjoy your life here. We're moseying northwards to go and say hi to one of the other lovely Ashlander tribes. And looking at the map here, I should be barely around the corner in this direction. Here we go, I see, yes, one egg miner here. Presumably those guys need egg mines for food as well. And then, yeah, a bunch of beautiful, sexy huts are just around the corner. Hello there, lovely to meet you. Let's see what's going on with you lot and... Oh no, this is interesting. Literally the first thing they say to me is, hello Outlander, are you looking for a healer or a trader? Now that's very different to what we've experienced so far, because say, yeah, the Zainab, they kind of sneered at the idea of trade aside from a couple of very small specialised goods that a handful of them actually needed. And yeah, the Nerevarine tribe with Nibani, they felt very isolationist, closed off. People didn't even really know where they were. Finding them was a bit of an effort. But these guys, they're open to outsiders and trade, so okay. You might have a very different ethos compared to some of your compatriots. And on top of that, yes, Mamaya is their healer. You can find her in her tent, so... Right, we're not so wedded to the tradition of, hey, make sure you don't go into the wrong tent or we will start stabbing you. This tribe feels very different to what we've encountered so far. And if Mamaya is, yes, the wise woman, which typically, as I understand it, the healers are, that means we can just march straight on in and speak to her about the puzzle we're trying to solve. Oh, and here's interesting. I was just, having a poke around figuring out who was where. And someone claims, you're the one I've seen in my dreams and visions. These past 7 nights I've had dreams of a white guar. I know this to be an animal sent by the gods to help my tribe. We have been suffering greatly from disease, none of my magic will cure the ailment. Find the white guar for us. Let it lead you to a new hope for my people. Okay, well this is interesting. Sure, I'm willing to try and do that. So I'm certain this animal will appear for you. In my vision, I saw it where the path was forked, where the rocks grew from the earth like fingers on a hand. Okay, but there are so many places in Vardenfell where the rocks are sticking up out of the ground. That is not very helpful. Also, I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of here for my own, a semi-mystic quest, so I will get to that, just not necessarily immediately, sorry. Though hilariously, I can just walk up to random people in this camp and just, yes, say bits of the riddle to them. Some of them seem to just confuse them. Others, maybe just maybe we can make some progress here, so, yeah, skin of the pearl. Pearl skin is white and round, maybe that's what you should look for, so, okay. I can get some hints even if I've not done the proper mission yet. And with a couple of lucky admirers... Okay, maybe you mean the Needle. It is a tall rock column in the Valley of the Wind. I have slept beneath it once or twice. The Valley of the Wind is a valley on the northeast slopes of Red Mountain. The entrance to the valley is marked by Iron's Teeth, 2 tall rock spires, so, okay. You can just, ask around to charm the right people, they'll just give you the answers straight up. So okay, the valley in question runs from the sea in the northeast all the way down towards Red Mountain. There's howling winds, hence Valley of the Winds, and 2 tall needle-like rock structures, which might be what the riddle's referring to. And if I had to guess, right, it'll probably be this thing right here on the map. So, okay. We've got ourselves a beginning of an understanding here. We know it's somewhere along here. We know the door only opens at dawn or dusk. Problem is, yeah, that's a very long stretch of land without more specific instructions. But then again... Okay, the woman just said the guar in her vision is near a forking trail where the rocks grow from the earth like fingers on a hand. Could that be the same in Needles? I'm not sure. Okay, get out of the camp. Get to, yes, a nice bit of high ground around here. Problem being, yeah, rocks rising like fingers from a hand. That's basically every bloody rock in the ocean. They all look a bit like that. A forking path, however, might be a bit easier. For the simple reason, yeah, there's barely any towns in this bit of the world. Meaning there's not that many paths at all. And yeah, just up the road from the camp itself, there's a fork in the road kind of here, by the mine. But I wouldn't say, yeah, any of these rock formations look anything like fingers from a hand. If anything, yeah, the rocks around here, they're a bit flatter than ones you see elsewhere, so, okay. I'm just going to follow this path and see if I can find something I can work with. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Okay, literally just up the road. 4 rocks and a thumb rock. Right by an interchange, so... Hello there, white guar. So, okay. It turns out this was, literally just up the road from you. Problem being... Hang on. Do I need to, tell her about this or command this to her town? Right. It's not the white guar specifically she wants. It's the fact that, it represents, in her vision, a path to salvation. So, okay. Stick close to this guy. He might be leading me somewhere. I don't know, say, an unusual rare plant that could be used in alchemy, and also protect the white guar. It's very important he doesn't die. And okay, he stopped. Right next to a corpse. So there's an amulet of a cure blight disease on self. That's why they can't cure the disease. It's not a regular disease, it's blight, which is different. So if you had this amulet, then you could cure everybody one by one. Gotcha! Okay, the White Guar's done its cocky job. Let's get back to her and give her the good news. And alright, I don't need to give her a report because she already saw what I did in a vision. So I know where the White Guar led you, and I know who that person was. The corpse of Ashumanu. She was a healer many years ago, and she gave her own life to save the lives of others. It said she will give her life again and again, so others may live through her sacrifice. You have witnessed a miracle, my child. You now hold the amulet, and don't worry, you can have it. I'm already immune to blight disease and everything. And in return, okay, I've been given the Shield of the Undaunted. Use it, you'll feel strength return to weary limbs. Travel well, my friends. And I was kind of hoping for, like, you know, information about that whole pearl thing, but never mind, this was apparently unrelated. And oh dear, the Shield of the Undaunted is, kind of terrible, actually. It would restore 10 to 30 points of fatigue when my fatigue meter is almost 500, and the armor rating is 21, as opposed to my Indoril shield, which is 99. But it's got a name, so okay, I will keep this, but I'm not using it. Anyway, keep on keeping on, because yes, the Zainab camp is only just down the road. Though while I'm passing by, yes, Arian's castle and whatnot. Okay, I was about to say, this guy wants to know about, yes, the trade goods the Zainab wanted. And I know what they want. They want alchemy ingredients to make cure disease potions. For some reason I can't tell this guy that. Okay, that quest may have slightly bugged out, never mind. Speaking of which, back to the Zainab camp right now, and I swear, you guys already told me about, yes, what trade goods you wanted. And yes, she's even confirming she's told me that before. So, okay, for some reason that guy Telvosa's just a bit bugged out on this occasion. And here's interesting. The wise woman in her yurt, she speak to her about counsel. For you, my counsel is free, because it is worthless to you. But someday perhaps you'll have a problem you can't solve. Then maybe you'll bring it to me, and maybe I'll help you for a price. Problem being, yeah, none of the lines of the riddle are showing up inside her dialogue options. But then again, maybe I've already received all the help I can possibly get, because, yeah, the riddle and follies, eye of the needle lies in the teeth of the wind, so we know what that refers to. The mouth of the cave lies in the skin of the pearl. That is a bit more vague. Some people have just been like, hey, look for a white round thing, which doesn't feel necessarily that useful. And the dream is the door, the star is the key. So that's, yeah, the time of day. So all we really need to do, yes, figure out the skin of the pearl. But everyone's being very unclear as to precisely what that might mean. Okay, well I'm gonna mosey on south to, yes, the other camp anyway, because I do need to do some Imperial Legion business there while I'm passing by. And I tell you what else is en route. The Dunmer Stronghold. You know, the one that contained the incredibly powerful medium armor trainer. I cannot think of a single better use for 46,000 gold than basically buying everything that guy is selling, because that is basically free endurance training. Oh, Alf Heddle, you are my favourite trainer, I love you. Right, medium armour starts going in the right direction, and okay, a scamp just spawned in this room. And that's okay. I think I caught him respawning there. Well done, that was the spot where, yes, there was the Frost Atronach previously. Like how he doesn't care, by the way. He's just a barbarian who's not very into violence. Right, keep on training up to, yes, about 75 should do it. And 9 points of endurance. Give me one more just for safety, my friend. Okay, I'll be back next level with another giant pile of gold, my friends. Right, due south from here. That should bring me, yes, straight back into the Ashlands. And on the way past, though the weather is absolutely cocking terrible right now. Okay. Can't help but notice that, this definitely looks bigger, right? I think possibly I may have just missed the alert telling me it grew more. Oh, yeah. And just waited, like, 24 hours or whatnot. That is definitely bigger. I think it's grown and I just sort of missed the alert. So, right. The Doom Fortress is ready. And it's got more houses now, too. Like, some of these were not fully grown last time I passed through, so... okay, I'm guessing a whole bunch of new people have moved in. Oh, and they even properly address me by rank. Okay, you could stay. So, right, we've got an enchanter here. Lovely. And there's my flipping robots. Right, they're just sort of, patrolling around the perimeter. So, okay, I've got flipping robots protecting my base, which is lovely. Kind of feel like 2 is a bit underwhelming. Like, 5 was what I was hoping for, to be honest. Right, next around the corner we've got, okay, a spell seller who also sells a fair whack of potions. Lovely. Though I will say, her bedroom is a bit on the, messy side. Just, clothes are thrown everywhere, random stuff on the floor, just a guitar and some books laid on the ground. Okay, dear oh flipping dear. If you're going to be living in my Doom Fortress, we've got standards, okay? Keep your room bloody tidy, Tanella. Oh, and this is more like it. A proper steam centurion guarding the front door. Or, like, the entrance to the ramp that leads to the front door. So, okay, I was underwhelmed with, like, the bally-rolly chaps. But you are beautiful, my friends. I also feel sorry for this person, because she's the only person who's got, yes, a single room. Like, without a separate upstairsy bed. You just live all in one tiny area, where, yes, you've got your hammock divided from your dinner table by a single bit of hung-up material, so... okay, we should really get you a bigger, like, mushroom pod thing. Okay, but more importantly, into the tower itself, and... it is still a bit dark. I won't deny. I would like it to be less dark in here. But we do have rolling around robots, which might be a problem, actually. So if I try and, like, leave all my stuff on the floor, they might roll straight over it. Right, cast a bright idea, though I swear we didn't have a basement last time I was here, so... oh! Oh, hello, sexy! No one mentioned anything about a dungeon! I've got a dungeon. I thought we were just growing the thing up. I didn't realize we were also, like, going downstairs into the dungeon where I can keep, like, my prisoners and whatnot. It just keeps bloody going. Right, so we've got... oh! I've got a lava room. Oh, now that is something I did not know I wanted until right this cocking second. And it keeps going. It keeps bloody going. There's just... why is there a corpse here? This is literally my first day visiting this base. There shouldn't be a corpse here unless... oh, bloody hell. Did I do the same thing as Aryan? Where, like, we got people to do some work in the tunnels, then we forgot about them, and they died. Because if so, this was not my fault. It was the fault of... I've forgotten the name of the person, but there was someone outside who was overseeing construction, making sure this didn't happen. That was her job. Right, so this is where we keep the corpses. If there's any, like, corpses I need to keep for any reason, which may happen at some point or another, it's hard to say. And yeah, the corpses I don't want to keep, we toss them into the lava. So okay, good corpse disposal lava right there, love it. I mean, I will give you, that is one a hell of an extension to receive without even realizing it was about to happen, so... okay, the robots are definitely going to get in the way, aren't they? So, okay. This was the upstairs room we already had. It's a tiny bit on the underwhelming side, to be honest. Yes, I was always a tiny bit underwhelmed by this. But now we've got the upper tower. So, okay, we can get into it on foot, and... oh, now this. This is much more like it. I mean, we've got some nice plants, we've got some hanging vines. That's, good decoration right there, liking that. And presumably... oh, yeah. There's a hole in the ceiling, so if you've got levitate, you can... oh, you've got to use levitate. Right, this is a proper Telvanni tower. I love it. Right, so levitate upwards here. That's just a window to look through, I think. Though, hang on. This place might be more complicated than I was thinking. So, right. That'll be my balcony outside, right at the top. So... okay. Now that That'll do, though. Admittedly, I would like it to face this way. Like, when you step out of the door, you should be facing this way, not this way. This is just, like, nothing. But this direction, this is where the lava river is. We should definitely be looking at the lava river as we step outside, so okay. The orientation of the tower is not ideal, I'll admit, but this is a good-sized balcony. We could store some stuff up here, maybe set up some patio furniture, have a barbecue. You know what? This is nice, I'm liking this. Right, then over to, yes, the room that's in the centre, and bloody hell, these vines are kind of getting in the way. So, okay, we've got, if I can just avoid getting stuck on the scenery for 1 second. Okay, fancy dining room that can only be accessed by people who know how to levitate, obviously. Then we've got, yeah, just one basic hallway here, bit on the small side, but what have you. I think that's my bedroom over there, isn't it? And, oh yeah, expensive pants, expensive shirt, one bone charm, so I can summon skeleton minions. Okay, now that's pretty nice. And then we've got proper closet for storage, etc., etc. So, also a skill book. A real skill book as well, what I've not read before. So, okay. Not bad at all. There's even some flowers here to welcome me to my new home. Okay, so basically, yes, we'll be moving in here. Soon, I promise you, Galbadia, you'll be free from the tyranny of a giant pile of junk. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? To prove that I actually mean it, and I'm seriously going to save Galbadia from the terrifying junk pile that she lives in right now, I am going to put down a brand new mark. I am erasing the mark that's back in Balmora. From now on, when I use recall, we are going to teleport right here on my balcony, looking out over my lava river. So, okay, just put that in place, and there we go. That's my new recall spot. But while we're here, do not forget, yes, we've gone to one more camp just over the road. And oh yeah, this camp is extraordinarily close by, though. I think we were warned at some point. This is kind of like the nasty clan. These guys are potentially a bit more, you know, violent and hostile to outsiders. Not cliff racers, though. That bitch just, you know, have them just walk into their society, no trouble whatsoever. Dear oh flippy dear. And there we go. Outlander, you'll find no welcome here. They are, however, willing to answer questions about, yes, Jocien, the guy who I'm trying to rescue. He came to us with so many books, tried to teach us, then he went to Mabragash. So many books, they were old, pages always falling out. I kept picking them up after him. If you seek him, look for a trail of pages. Okay, that's a cool way to track someone down, though I have no idea what Mabragash is. A wise woman who left us and our rules. She steals a man's vital essence to make herself a powerful sorcerer. Her camp is to the west along the lava. She has other people with her, and I would stay away. It'll be hard to find the camp in this landscape anyway, so, okay. Sounds like, yes, he was maybe walking into a bit of trouble, though. Depending on what you mean by vital essence. Possibly he's having a lovely time over there, it's hard to say. Once again, nothing new I can ask these guys that I haven't already seen in terms of the riddle. Though one interesting thing, which is, the wise woman just straight up says to me, hey, the Ash Khan's a dick, I don't like him, also, he's in his tent with a bodyguard, I'd kill the bodyguard first if I was you, so, okay, I feel like when the time comes to properly bring everyone together, there may be some violence in this society, because it feels like some people are very ready for a change in management. Still, she said, go west, cross the lava. And okay, the lava in question is, yeah, kind of northwest, to be honest. Not really west at all. When she says cross the lava, am I allowed to use the bridge or, oh dear. This is one of those, you know, slightly vague set of instructions. Because I'm pretty sure that's the way, yeah, I just came to get to my base. So that means, right, maybe there's more lava further west. This one might be a bit tricky to find. Yeah, I've gone up to the highest point I can, and I see no actual lava directly to the west. So possibly they mean, yeah, cross the lava, then go west. Oh, and while I'm out and about, right, I'm just running into a random person who, once they like me a bit better, is willing to open up. So Tellaruna hunters are looking for me. You're a runaway slave, aren't you? So you need to get back to, yes, the Argonian mission, like the embassy in Ebonheart. I am willing to do that, though. Okay. That's potentially quite a long way to go, to be honest. And I do need to, like, go and kill a sorceress before we do that, so are you just following me now? And if you are following me, I'm assuming that means I can't just teleport, so... Okay, we will get to your business in just a second, my friend. I just need to track down, like, you know, a missing chappie, though, John. Pages. They specifically said, keep an eye out for pages on the grounds. Promise this is a fairly large area. Like, there's a lot of places where there might be pages on the grounds. Oh, but hello, Saxon. We've got pages from a brief history of the Empire. So, right, it turns out it was the near side of the lava river from where those guys were. So, when they said cross the lava, they were completely 100% lying. Because they're south of the lava, and I'm still south of the lava where I am right now. But okay, we found a page. That's good. Now I just need to find... there we go. There's another page. Keep on keeping on. Hello over there. I'm looking for, yes, Jocien and... I swear you just teleported. Good trick, quite frankly. So, okay. We're looking for, yes, Jocien. Talk to Xenomu. So, alright, I've got permission to enter the yurt, that's good. Maybe hammer away, just in case we could sort this out diplomatically. As I say, depending on the definition of vital essence, he might be having a whale of a time in there. Right, so you're the person we're looking for, I assume. You want to take Jocien from us, but how will we work our magic without a man? I will let Jocien go if you could bring us a better man. The brave hunter Asabar Bentus is young, strong, and handsome. If you bring him here, we'll let Jocien go. Okay, I think I was actually spot on. There's definitely a bit of euphemism going on when we're talking about vital essence. Gotcha. This entire time, by the way, I am just hopping everywhere to get my acrobatics moving towards 70. Right, here's Asabar, and you, yes, sir. I have got one a hell of an offer for you. Okay, step one, let's just admire him. Straight up to 90. Beautiful, that's gotta be enough. So... let's have a chat about, yes, you potentially going over and joining up with what's-her-face in the camp. You want me to live with the witch women? Do you think I'm a fool like Jocien? Do you think I would fall for their charms? And, okay, given how he's just responded there, I feel like, are you sure you can resist their charms? That might not be the right answer. So, surely you're not afraid of them, Asabar. Like, why would you be scared of going over there and saying a hello? I am a hunter. I have proven my bravery many times, so, oh dear. Sounds to me like you are afraid, Asabar. Now, I'll show you I'm not afraid of any witch woman. I will follow you to the Mabragash camp. So, okay, he's now willing to follow me. Though, admittedly, I'm also being followed by, what's-his-face, the Argonian we ran into, though. Actually, where did he get to? The downside of running around very fast is, sometimes, yes, characters just sort of fall behind. Like my naked Nord friend back in the day. Okay, hopefully, we'll run into that Argonian again any minute now. Like, he'll be somewhere floating around the lava river. Okay, no sign of the Argonian. This guy seems to be... there we go, he was struggling to... never mind, he's turned around. I'm just going to go inside, and hopefully he'll teleport to catch up with me. So, in we go, and... okay, just let him get the tiniest bit closer. Come on, you've almost made it, my friends. There we go, he's made it into the camp. So, right, these are the witches you're going to be hanging out with from now on. And there we go, I've stepped inside, the journal's updated. So, okay, are you now willing to make the trade? He is indeed a better man, thank you for bringing him here. And as a result, Jocien can go. Assuming Jocien, like, wants to go. We didn't actually check on that. You have dealt with my captors, I'll find my way back to the camp and continue to teach him of the Empire and its ways. So, okay, Jocien's happy to get on with his job, though. I feel like this is a fool's errand, Jocien. Like, of all the camps you could go to and do this work, this is not the right one. Zainab and the other guys up at the top of the Gracelands, they would be way more open to this, I feel. Well, there's nothing more I could talk to Asabar about, but I will say, yes, his disposition is still at 90, suggesting he's not too upset with his current lot in life. Though I will admit, I'm not 100% sure what happened to, that Argonian. The Argonian just sort of went missing. He doesn't appear to be anywhere now. So possibly he's just like, you know, frozen on a hillside somewhere. So I promise, if we ever see him again, I will get him back to Ebonheart. Oh, there we go. He's right there on the other side of the river. So, okay, my friend, I just made a promise, and I'm going to cocky keep it. The question is, how are we actually going to get you home? Because I'm assuming if I use a magic, you won't come with me. But let's test that, because that would be the easier option. So, if I recall to the top of my tower right now while you're following me, yeah, are you going to be there when I get there, or no? Obviously not. Which means we need to get you to, yes, a boat or something. Okay, I tell you what, Mount Cand is due south. And once you're there, it's a really easy straight shot to Monarch Mar. Then we could get a boat to Ebonheart. So, right, I've got a plan. And we can use Hurry Up You Slow Bastard to, yes, speed up the process a bit. So, there we go, just to speed you up, and away we go, due south, my friends. They're probably best to, yes, follow the signs to Mount Cand. Stick on the paths if you're going to be with me, given I suspect you'll struggle to go over, yes, the mountains and whatnot, and please do not fall that far behind, okay? Keep up, you stupid bastards. Okay, sometime later, Mount Cand turned out to be somewhat impractical. This chappie was struggling with the geography of the local area, so I've decided the best option is to take him, yes, through the water back to Teleroon. Now, I appreciate he did say I'm escaping from Teleroon, but we're not taking him back to Teleroon for that reason, okay? We're just taking him back there so I can hop on a boat to leave Teleroon. Here we go, me and him at Teleroon, but don't worry, I am not here to hand you over to the Teleroon cops, okay? Just hop up here, we're getting on a boat and going to Ebonheart. It concerns me that he literally can't get up on that thing. Does he still count as with me, as far as, like, you know, transportation goes? Because literally can't take him to Ebonheart from here. In fact, weirdly, I can't take him to anywhere but, like, you know, places way further north. So, okay, if I take you to Tel Mora, my friend,
I don't have a lot of
is he still going to be here?
Outlander.
Gosh darn it, he's not close enough. Okay, just a little bit closer to Teleroon. Please don't just get stuck there. Don't get stuck in a corner. Just run in this direction, not leading him into Teleroon. But, like, we are not going into Teleroon proper. I'm just trying to get you unstuck from... Okay, you've got, like, one chance. One chance to do this. Otherwise, yes, I might come up with other hammer-based solutions to this mission. So, okay, turn around. No, not towards Teleroon. That's the one place you don't want to go. So, back this way. I need to walk him along this narrow walkway, which he can't fall off. Because if he does, then, oh, bloody hell. Right, just don't fall off. Don't fall off. There we go. There we go. You're doing great. You're doing great, buddy. Now, straight over to here. If he can't travel with me, then... Okay, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Right, so, okay, he is standing so nearby to me right now. In fact, just in case, just to be sure, I'm going to command him to follow me using the command spell. So, okay, he is now following me in every way possible. So now we need to go to Tel Mora. Please tell me he's still here. Please tell me he's... So we couldn't figure out how to get on the bloody boat. Meaning...
I'm waiting.
If I take a boat now, back to Teleroon, is that where he's going to bloody be? Oh, obviously you're still here. Okay, I'm going to literally walk him onto the boat. Oh, hang on. I went to take on Fel this time, and you came with me. Possibly you were refusing to go to, like, another Telvanni settlement, I'm not sure, but okay. We can travel with you, just sometimes, because Bethesda games, who knows how they work? Okay, we're gonna do this step by step here, so loop him around the coast, staying away from Telvanni space, because, right, he's still with me and cool. And still in Gnarmok. And in Hlarod as well. Okay, we're getting there. Step by step, we're getting there. We're almost flipping home. So now, Ebonheart. That's it. You can get all the way to Ebonheart from... We've made it. Bloody hell, this was one hell of a journey. Just make sure he's still behind me. And there we go. I think it is the Argonian mission right here. It's okay, buddy. We got you there. And you can literally speak to the Argonian ambassador about this, so you've done a good thing here, Arya. You've helped our people with no promise of reward and a great peril to yourself. I see good things for you if you continue on this path. The lamp burns brightly for you. I can see that. Take this as a show of our gratitude, so... you know what? Really bloody happy I did that. It was a pain, but I feel like it was all bloody worthwhile. The belt, hilariously, is not particularly good. Like, then again, actually, if you got lucky, you got up to, 40. That's a pretty significant increase in your health bar, all things considered. And because, the Guildmaster of the Morag Tong took my previous belt, I'm gonna wear this with pride for the time being. Still, I would say we completed that epic journey. How about we call it a punt there? But next time... Right. Sounds to me like, yes, we've got two very, very big things to get on with. Number one, it's moving day. Galbadir will finally be liberated from the tyranny of a giant pile of trash. And two, somewhere in here, is, yes, the ring that's going to mark me as Nerevar Reborn. And by the sounds of it, yes, the moment I put that ring on, no one could deny it anymore. Because the whole point of the ring is, it's got like a curse on it or something. So if you're capable of wearing the ring, you must be Nerevar. So, okay. I feel like the moment that thing's on my finger, things might accelerate a bit. And on top of that, we've got to go speak to the Legion, the Thieves Guild, right. Plenty of stuff to get on with next time, so hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Morrowind. Thank you very much, and goodbye. So okay, I've been outwitted by a butterfly, and beaten up by a fish.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I didn't steal anything! I'm sorry, I touched the shoes while I was shoe shopping! Okay, I feel like I may have just, walked in on something. What about this person? Can we talk to this person?